Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello on this rainy Saturday. At least it's not freezing cold like it was. It's a little better outside. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone is well. Um, this is going to be my year-end video. I used to do them. I haven't done them in a long time. First, how are you guys doing? Hope everybody's well. So I feel like instead of a year end, I'm going to do a 5-year end. I'm going to close what has been a very difficult 5 years for me. Gone through a lot in 5 years. And I'm going to close the portal on the 5. So we walk into the new clean without all the trauma and baggage from before. Some things you just have to deal with. Some things will stay. But I feel like that's something that I wanted to do. So let's rewind. You guys who have been here for a long time, let's go back to 2019. 2019 started off pretty decent. Nothing really going on. Boom, we get to May. In May, my crutches snap. In May, I fall. I split my head open. I still have the scars in. My eyebrows still don't grow back here. I still have a deep scar you can stick your finger into on that side. I had a concussion for like 6 months. It took for my concussion to go. Had the glue. They glued it shut. Had to go through physical therapy for that. It sent me into an exacerbation. So I had to get steroids right after that. So that was, I want to say May 19th. Yeah, I want to say it was May 19th of 2019. 2019 continued to be the gift that kept on giving. In 2019, at the end of May, my mom came up and I heard my mom slur for the first time, her speech slur. Let me pause. This video might be a little bit long. I know I don't usually make long videos, but 5 years is a lot. And I want to get it all out and I don't want to revisit it. I heard my mom slur for the first time, her speech slur. And that started a whirlwind to diagnosis to in September of 2019, my mom had brain surgery to remove tumors from her brain because she had glioblastoma, which is stage 4 brain cancer. So this is 2019. May, I'm still messed up from the fall. We got my mom's diagnosis. Remember that time I'm planning to go to Mexico for stem cell transplant. My mom's planning to go with me. Everything changes. So we get through 2019. We also had a birthday party, a surprise birthday party for my grandmother and my mom, who had just had brain surgery. We hadn't told my grandma yet that my mom had cancer. Was smiling and dancing at my grandmother's birthday party, as my mother would have, because that's just who my mom is. So we get through 2019. My mom starts her chemo, starts her radiation, because she's determined to fight this, even though stage 4, the prognosis wasn't great, but we still fight on. That's just what we do. So we get through, we fight on, we get to 2020. 2020, I go to Clinica Louise. I have stem cell transplant, HSCT. Very difficult 30 days, but we get through it. We shave off our first set of locks because, remember, I had them and the chemo was going to take it off anyway. COVID hits. I was hearing rumblings of something going on before I left to Mexico, but not anything that great. COVID hits. Come back. It's difficult to get back. Get back in COVID. COVID has everything shut down. So now we're in 2020. This is April now of 2020. Everything is shut down. What should have happened was I come back from Mexico. I go straight into rehab because everything was kickstarted. My immune system was brand new. I needed to get into rehab because I was walking with crutches before I left. I was walking with crutches when I came back too. I needed to get into rehab. That didn't happen. COVID had everything shut down. Sat the whole rest of 2020. Couldn't really do anything. Finally was able to get, like, towards the end of 2020, I was able to get an appointment, but I didn't really start physical therapy till 2021. I still was walking with crutches. My walking was getting slower, still walking with crutches. We're in 2021 now. You guys keeping up? We've jumped from 2019 to 2021. You see the series of unfortunate events. We're in 2021. I'm going to physical therapy. My grandmom dies on June 1st, 2021. That was like, I had just spoke to her the night before, FaceTimes, my Aunt Meow. Let's pause this right here. Hey, Meow, I love you. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you for always saying about me. Thank you. Let's go back. She was with my Aunt Meow. I'm FaceTiming her. We're talking. My grandma was fine. I had a call. I'm actually on the way to the doctor because by that time I was starting to do immunizations again and get told my grandmom dies. My grandmom dies. My mom has stage 4 brain cancer, as is doing chemo and radiation. I just got back from a stem cell transplant. I need to be in rehab because my walking is getting worse. Plan a funeral. Plan a funeral in the middle of a pandemic. Plan a funeral from New Jersey for Florida. My mom is her eldest child who would have normally handled that, but my mom's speech is impeded because of her brain tumors. Whatever. My grandmom dies. We get through the funeral. You can't really do much because it's the middle of COVID, so it wasn't like how we should have sent her off, but it was still great. My grandmother would have been happy with it. We did everything she wanted to do. So we come back. I noticed my walking is lagging a little bit. All throughout this, though, the MS is still in remission. There's no new lesions or anything like that. We're in remission, but my walking is not great. I'm now doing PT, but the PT is coming to my house. It's very limited what you can do with the PT in your house, but I'm walking with the walker. I'm up, I'm moving, I'm taking steps, I'm doing that. I'm still working. In all of this, I still have a full-time job, a stressful full-time job because I was in insurance claims. We moved past June of 2021 now. We buried my grandmother. Missed her terribly. We get to the end of October, beginning of November of 2021. I go into hospital. It's good and it's bad. You don't ever want to be in hospital because it's just horrible. And physical therapy it's just not a place that you want to be if you can avoid it. I go into hospital. They finally can get me into rehab. It was the only way I was going to get into rehab. I had to go from hospital to rehab. They wouldn't take me from home. In the middle of COVID, 3 rehabs turned me down. My number one on the list, my neurologist wanted me to go to up in Pennsylvania because he had affiliations there, turned me down. They couldn't see me because I wasn't an emergency crisis to them. When to me, I needed to be in rehab. I needed to be working out thoroughly. I stay in the hospital 12 days. So I spend my birthday of 2021 in the hospital, 12 days, because I'm trying to get to rehab. Finally, they get me to a rehab. It's about an hour from my house. Never heard of the town. Don't know anything about it. I go to the rehab. Thank God for Betty Bacharach, but it's now closed down. Go figure. But they took really good care of me. It did what it needed to do. I'm in rehab. I leave my house November of 2021. I don't return to my house until the end of March of 2022. Yeah, in rehab all that time. Nobody could come see me because of COVID protocol. I couldn't see anybody. So the only people I saw were the people that worked there. I talk to my mom every day. We FaceTime each other every day. That's been my whole life. Nothing has ever changed up to that. But I couldn't get to her. She couldn't get to me. Meanwhile, remember, my mom is doing chemo and radiation because she has stage 4 brain cancer. I come home. I'm now having to readjust my house because my walking is bad. They don't think it's safe for me to be up and trying to move by myself. So I get a rolling shower, I get a chairlift. I do all these things for my house so I can live independently. I don't like to depend on people. I want to go when I could go. I start looking into getting a new car, even though I can still get in my car. Because I've been driving with hand control since 2014. But my car, the step up was getting a bit much, and the scooter I was using on the back, it was just getting a bit much for me to be able to do those things by myself. We get the house all situated, all together. We're in 2022 now. Everything is fine. Well, everything is not fine. My mom has cancer, but I'm talking about everything as far as me moving, going to therapy, physical therapy, moving. I'm still walking. We're in 2022. I know this is a long video, but we're in 2022. Whew. December of 2022, my mom dies. Probably, not probably, the worst thing that I've ever experienced in my existence of living is my mom dying. I remember the last time I spoke to my mom. My brother was down there with my Billy Bob, and my mom had dental work, and she had to eat eggs because her tooth was hurting. But Billy Bob and my brother ate steak, and they were teasing her, joking around with her, and she called and she was like, Tanya, get them. They're eating steak and I'm eating eggs. And I said to them, y'all better leave my mother alone. Don't make me come down there. Unbeknownst to my mom, I was planning on coming anyway. My son and I were going to surprise her because she kept on saying she needs to see me. So my son and I were planning to go down there and surprise her. And that same night, my mom started having seizures, and yeah. So December of 2022, my mom died. I stopped, like everything in me stopped on that day, December 10th, 2022. I have not been the same since. I'm never going to be the same. Yeah. Do her funeral, send her off in the right way. We come back home. 2023 has arrived. I hate December now. I don't want to hear anything about Christmas. I hate every day in December up until December 27th because that's my son's birthday. Happy birthday again. My son turns 26. But December is no good for me. I don't want to hear Merry Christmas. I buried my mom 3 days before Christmas. Like, these are just things that happen. January, I come back home. Physical therapy is back at my house. COVID is, like, people are not wearing masks anymore. I didn't get COVID, thank you God. Because I was super careful. I always wore a mask because remember, my immune system, as of right now, is at that time, well, today my immune system is 4 years old, but at that time it was 3 and 2, whatever. So 2023, my walking is getting worse. I'm doing physical therapy at the house. I get a new car. I'm used to driving the new van so I could take the electric wheelchair because I now have an electric wheelchair as opposed to the manual one. So I can go places, do things by myself. Everything is fine. 2023 is the last time that I walked independently without aid or being in there's a skeleton machine at a place that I went to. So 2023, I stopped walking, totally stopped walking. I'm using the wheelchair totally now. When I tell you from 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, sucked for me. Now, there have been good things in there. You know, my son graduated from college. Like, my daughter graduated from college. Like, in between those times, there have been things that are good. But overall, for me, terrible. Trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma. And I deal with it. I keep it pushing. So for me, what I do when something goes wrong is I assess the situation. I adapt to it. My friend Erin pointed that out to me. I assess, I adjust, I adapt, and I keep it moving. My motto in this world is nobody's coming to save you. You have to figure things out. I do that. So 2023, the walking goals. So 2024 has been the year for me to come to terms with, now I'm using the wheelchair. Now I still work out 3 days a week. I lift weights. I stand in a stander. I do all the things. I'm still, like, I haven't said that I'm never going to walk again. I'm doing all the things that I need to do to keep my body as strong as possible. I live independently. I do everything for myself. 2024, I stopped working full time. I had to get rid of that stress. It was making my body worse. Since I've stopped, I do notice a difference, a marked difference. My thinking, but everything is better. But 2024 has been the year for me of, okay, all of these things have happened. These are all deficits. There can't be any more deficit. I've decided 2025 is, everything has to be better. There will be no more, what the F, like, this can't, like, it's just not going to happen. 2025 has to be onward and upward and better. I've been working since I was 14 years old, since I could get working papers and go to work. So for me, not going to work is very weird. Like, the other day, it was like 8:30, and I was just getting up, and I was like, it's 8, like, I could have made 50 phone calls, handled 12 claims by now. It's just odd. So you mourn these things. I wasn't understanding. I was mourning all these things. For 5 years, I've been in a constant cycle of mourning. Things have just been going wrong. Not everything, but too many things. Even in that, I still try to find gratitude. I have an alarm, literally, that goes off on my phone at 12 o'clock every single day. And I say one thing I'm grateful for. And I try not to say all the things I can't do. I try to focus on the things I can do. I feel trapped in this body. I'm going to be 100% honest to you. I feel trapped. And I feel like it slows me down. And I feel like nobody's coming to save you. So you deal with it and you do what you got to do and you keep it pushing. But it is a lot. This December, this month has been hard for me. I don't know why. I'm feeling like, because it's a accumulation of the 5 years, and because I've decided that it's only onward and upward. I've made that decision. I don't care what happens. It's only onward and upward. And so this December has been very difficult for me. Like, I was struggling knowing that the anniversary of my mom's death was coming up. And I've just been struggling really bad this whole December. And I just made a decision that it can only be onward and upward. There's no other choice. That's it. I've decided. The universe has to align with what I've decided. I've sent my notice. That's it. Onward and upward only. So that's what's been going on with me. What's been going on with you guys now? I wanted to make this video because I'm ending that chapter. I'm always going to grieve my mom. Listen to me. The thing that tethered me to this earth is no longer here. And I feel like I am free falling. I feel untethered and I feel like I am free falling. And that's okay, because I still do all the things and I still go all the places and I still handle all the grown-up stuff. But it's a little kid in me that wants her mommy desperately, and that's never going to change. But I'm here and I have to work around that sometimes. And some days I cry all day. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I miss my mother. The things that I'm saying to you would be things that I would call my mom and I would just say, Mommy, and I wouldn't have to say anything else. She would just know me and my mom were close. When I tell you me and my mom were close, I know everybody thinks they are close to their mom. But you don't know close until you've met Lorna and Tanya-Marie. She was my safe place. And even though my motto is nobody's coming to save you, she would have. And she would have, and she has on many occasions. So I say all of that to say is life is hard and life sucks. But, and you know, if you say but, it negates everything you said before. But you're still here. So why not? So I've decided that I'm going to go more places. And when I say more places, I mean the beach. If you know me, my idea of traveling is drop me off in the Caribbean on the sand, pick me back up when it's time to go. I'm happy. The water is the place that I'm most happy. I don't really want to see architecture. You go do that. Leave me at the beach. So I've decided that that's what I'm going to do. It makes me happy. My mother was a traveler. That lady, when I tell you she was gone, she didn't need a reason to book a flight. Oh, the sun is shining, book a flight. So I'm going to do the things that fulfill me. I've raised 2 kids, 2 great kids. They are thriving, doing well. When I tell you doing well, doing well. I've done my job, and my life didn't turn out like I planned it to turn out. This is not what I planned. Like, I should be in a hammock in Panama eating fruit from my garden. However, I'm still here. So I'm going to focus on the things I can do and not the things I can't do. And onward and upward. And there's no other alternative. So yeah, that's it. You guys have been with me for a long time. We started back when Okravist, remember? Way back when. And I started making these videos because I didn't find anyone else who looked like me that was talking about MS and talking about Okravist and talking about all those things. And I'm glad I did, because I was able the other day to go back and watch them and been like, oh my God, I've come so far and I've done so well, and in spite of everything else. And I say this, and this sounds weird to me, in spite of everything, I have a really good life. And I have all the tools that I need. And the only thing that I need that I don't have is my mom. And there's not anything that can be done about that. I know she's here in spirit. I know that. But sometimes I just want to pick up the phone and be like, Mommy, you can't do that. So it's very difficult for me. But it's the end of the year and we're going onward and upward. So I'm still writing my children's books. I still have those. I am looking for a publisher. You know, I hope a publisher happens across this video and falls in love with the idea of my children's books and says, let's do it. I've self-published 2 of them. It's very expensive to self-publish. I need a publisher. I still want to do my animated series, The Adventures of Milky and Umi. I want to do things that give me peace, and I don't want to do anything that doesn't, and I won't do anything that doesn't. So now that I got all of that out, which is a hard thing for me, I don't really like talking about, so I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't enjoy making videos about my personal life. I'm a very guarded person. I don't like doing it. I feel like in society today, we know way too much about each other. But I read your emails and I read your comments, and I know that the things that I say or the things that I go through, you guys can identify with. And sometimes some of you don't want to say some of the same things out loud. And I understand those things. And I understand that to whom much is given, much is required. So I make these videos and I do it uncomfortably. But I feel like they make a difference. And I feel like we are community. And I feel like you guys got me and I got you. So I make them. So this is a long video. I don't want to be talking much longer. So yeah, that's it. So decide with me that you're going to have a fabulous new year. Decide with me. Even if everything looks black around you, it can't look black for always. And even if you have to do it with your heart broken, still do it. Just do it. Whatever your it is, just do it. Who cares? Just do it. We, in the words of my son, Mr. Lance Amir, we are here for a good time, not a long time. My mom dying has shown me that nothing matters. Nothing matters. Stuff doesn't matter. Buying stuff, having stuff, nothing matters. You know what matters? Time, experience. So that's what I've been trying to do. This year hasn't totally been a bust for me. I spent way too much money this summer, but that's fine too. I got to see my favorite, two favorite reggae artists in concert. Like, I was up and down. So it hasn't been a total bust. The worst month was December. December has been, I haven't spoken to, there are people in my phone now who have texted me. I'm sorry. December was really, really hard for me. Yeah. So you guys decide with me, onward and upward. Let's go. No, it's hard. I don't even have any motivational stuff to say about grief or anything like that, because I'm jacked up. And I would really wish when you have nothing to say, you just say nothing, because sometimes people say things to me and I want to punch them in their face. And they mean well, but I still want to punch them in their face because they have no concept of what they're saying and how it's coming across. And they're invoking themselves into how they would feel or something. And you don't know how I feel. And it's insulting when you, if I do choose to share with you, which I don't normally, it's insulting to me to say, are you seeing someone? Let me tell you why that's insulting. If you know me, and if I'm talking to you on that level, you should know me. You should know that I'm emotionally intelligent. I know exactly how I feel. I know exactly why I feel like I feel. She is my mother. I also know enough that I do talk to a therapist, and it's insulting, and it's lazy emotionally when that's all you have to offer me. Which is why I don't really tell anybody anything, because they have good intentions, but whatever. What else? That's it. So we're gonna do more. We're gonna live to the fullest in the spirit of Lorna, who lived her life to the fullest. Might still cry some days. I might. I'm always gonna hate December except December 27th. It's the only day in December that anything is good. But I'm in honoring my mom, I'm going to do stuff that she would have did. Not all stuff, because she was too friendly and she was too crazy. But I'm going to go more. I'm going to see more. I'm going to learn more. I'm going to try more. And I'm going to take the wheelchair and do it. So even though I feel trapped in this body, and that's a whole nother video. I feel trapped in this body. I feel betrayed by this body. I still give thanks for this body, because in taking away the things that it has taken away from me, it still allows me to do much more than a lot of people. So yeah. So here's your year-end video. So long. I don't think I have any video this long on this channel. So year ends, but not year ends, 5-year ends. We're closing that portal. No more onward and upward. Like I said, meow. I love you so much. And I know I don't call. I'm not really gonna call. I'm really not. I will. Meow's birthday is January 1st. Everybody say happy birthday to Meow in the comments. I will call, but you check on me. You've always been my favorite auntie anyway, from way back then. way back when you was living in Mount Vernon and I would just want to be at your house every weekend. You've always been my favorite auntie and you show up for me and I appreciate you. My Uncle Junior too, but you already know. My Uncle Dad, you know I love you. So yeah. So now I'm going to answer 3 questions that somebody sent me to try to lighten this heavy behind video up. It's heavy. I know it's heavy. I know it's heavy. Jazz and Amir, I love you. Billy Bob and Cam, I love you. I know it's a heavy video. Somebody asked me what was the worst part of 2024 for me. And I've decided that there is no worst part. That the worst thing that could have ever happened to me happens on December 10th, 2022, and nothing else is going to be worse. Some things are going to suck, some things are not. Somebody asked me what was my favorite part of 2024. And my favorite, honestly, my favorite part was traveling to go to concerts, hanging out with my son all summer, doing a bunch of stuff up and down. In Jamaica, we say do road. Me and my son do road the whole summer. That was my favorite part. What are you most grateful for in 2024? The thing that I am most grateful for is I have not, I stopped working full time on April 19th and there has been no lack in my life at all. I have not missed out on anything. All my bills are paid. I don't eat meat, but my food is expensive because I have to buy constantly and I'm paying $1 and change for a pear right now and I like to eat pears. So there has been no lack. So I am grateful. It's funny that you have all this sadness and you still can find gratitude in it. So that is my most grateful thing. What are you looking forward to most in the new year? Joy. And it's coming. I can feel it in the air. It's coming. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Can't believe I've talked to you guys for 32 minutes. That's a lot. So I will see you guys in the new year. Happy New Year. Try to think of one thing a day to be grateful for. Like I said, I literally have an alarm that comes on my phone. Anywhere I am, no matter who I'm with or what I'm doing, I stop and say one thing that I'm grateful for. And it can be it can be minute, it could be anything, but I make sure I stop and say something I'm grateful for. So find something you're grateful for. I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for all the people in my life. I'm grateful for Nate. I'm grateful for Rachel, who y'all make sure that I'm okay. And I thank you. I thank you. And you make sure that I'm okay without invading my space. And I appreciate that. So hello. Hey D, how are you? I haven't talked to a bunch of people in a long time, and that's okay. That's okay. Still too. Sometimes life happens like that. My friend Greg, Christine, and Peyton, I am praying for you guys constantly. Constantly. I understand. That's it. That's it. Hey, Atiba. Thank you. Thank you. That's it. Okay, you guys, I'm done. And I made it through the whole video without crying. Oh, let me tell you guys something else. I'm perimenopausal. That means premenopause. And my face is breaking out like I'm 16 years old again. And when do girls get a break? This is out of control. I have these, I call them Jack Jacks. If you've ever seen The Incredibles, that cartoon, it's me and my kids. We used to love that cartoon. Anytime Jack Jack got annoyed and you picked him up, he would turn into a ball of flame, so you would have to drop him. So I call these splashes of heat that run through my body Jack Jacks. But pumpkin seed oil definitely helps. But I'm just like, I didn't invite this. Something else. I'm already trapped in this body because of MS. By the way, the MS is not progressing. There has been no changes. So the stem cell transplant actually worked because I was getting new lesions all the time. I have not in 4 years, almost 5. It's just all the old damage in my thoracic, cervical, and lumbar that has caused my walking to be impeded. And I can't do anything about that. It just is. So yeah, perimenopause is not nice. It's annoying. Jacks are not nice. They're annoying. And that's it. I hope you guys have a happy new year. I hope you can find something in this to make sense to you or help you in some way. And thank you for our community. Thank you for being there. Something great is on the horizon. I just feel it. I feel it. So I hope you feel it too. All right. Bye.